So today we're going to talk about one of the most basic commands, ls, which is going to show us what we can, or the files in our folders. So you can see over here, I'm going to type the ls command, and it'll give us a listing of what's in the directory. Your colors may or may not be the same. I'm not sure how things are set up, but you can see like sort of the blue stuff here. These are all folders or directories, as we prefer to call them. You can see the green ones have little asterisks after them. They're executable files, although these really aren't executable files. And then there's some white files. These are just sort of, I don't know, basic regular plain files, as you would call them. So just the ls command, and keep typing ls. It's going to keep giving the same directory. If you want more information, so for instance on the Windows pull down, you can select details. That would be ls space and then -l together. The -l may look like a 1, but that's a -l for, I guess, long. This is called the command line option at the end there, just the -l, not the whole rest of the line. And there's a space after it, so it's ls space -l, which is going to change the way it looks. And when you look at it, you get a longer directory listing. So it tells us that, for instance, this lab trek file has 27,945 bytes in it. And you see that all these directories take up 4K. And then over here are the permissions, which explain access and allow access. You'll see that later. There's the number of links to a file. There's the owner of a file. There's the group the file was created on. And then there's the date and time that the file was last touched. So that's ls-l. If you use the sidebars, you can scroll up and down. You see I got this weird file called -bash. I don't even know how that got there. We'll have to get rid of that at some point or other. So those are all the files on there. Now, another option, command line option, is the -a option. That means show all the files. At least I remember -a is show all the files. When I do that, I get the short listing where I got a lot of other stuff in here. See all these things that begin with dots or periods? This is sort of Linux's way of hiding files. So for instance, this .emacs directory, well, this is actually a file. This .emacs file is the file that controls what happens when Emacs starts. Emacs is an editor. Or here's what happens when Pine starts. Pine is a mail reading program. Or GIMP. This is information for the GNU image manipulation program, sort of a Photoshop type thing. So those are all either hidden directories or hidden files. So things that begin with a dot are hidden, so that they don't appear in the regular ls, but they do appear in the ls-a. Okay, and when we scroll up, you can see that there's a decent amount of junk floating around in there now. But they're all hidden, so you don't see them when you do a regular ls. You can combine options together too. Like, so for instance, if I do put ls-la, I get not only the long listing, but if I scroll up here, see I also get the all listing, showing, like for instance, my Lin City directory or my LimeWire directory or stuff like that. So those are the command line options for the ls command.